Hey, okay, I've been contemplating for a while as to whether or not I wanted to make a Trayvon Martin video, and I am, but um, I'm not gonna accuse George Zimmerman of being this racist. He could be, he could not be, he might not be, I don't know. But the reason I am making this video has more to do with I'm sorry. This is distracting me, my hair. Um, it has more to do with the fact that it has become a racist topic. And basically, for those who don't know the story, Trayvon Martin was a 17-year-old African American who was shot by not Caucasian, a Hispanic male. I think his father was white and his mother was, she wasn't Puerto Rican. She was something else. I don't know what she was, but basically, Zimmerman called and said, there's a suspicious male walking down the street. He's looking at the houses and he starts following him. And then the dispatcher tells him he doesn't have to follow him, and Trayvon starts running. Zimmerman somehow finds him unintentionally, I believe. We don't know what happened from there except the guy, Trayvon was shot. Then Geraldo Riviera says that Trayvon made himself suspicious by wearing a hoodie, and there's a lot of other things as to why we're doing this big racial issue. My problem came in, besides the story itself, which has a lot of contradictory information coming out, is that all the racists came out. I'm not talking about the black people who says, "Oh, this is racist." I'm talking about the people who came there saying Trayvon shouldn't have been in that neighborhood. He deserved to get shot. What? You deserve to get shot for not being in the right neighborhood? If you're not doing anything to anyone, you can be in any neighborhood you want to be in. And that's all I'm saying. Unless it's some gated community where you have that key code, have a password hidden there. You don't need. It's not against the law. I could go to New York City and walk through one of those neighborhoods and not get shot at wearing a hoodie. It's not against the law to do that. But he was visiting his father over All-Star Weekend because he got suspended for carrying an empty bag of weed. And then this also proves why he should have got shot. Oh, he's a drug dealer. He's a druggie. What? I know plenty of people who smoke weed and they're not drug dealers or druggies. Is it against the law? I mean, it is against the law. It is. But that doesn't automatically make you this hardcore drug dealer or hardcore drug user. Okay, I don't see why they won't legalize marijuana, even though I don't smoke it myself. Because it's one of those things that really isn't hurting anyone at all. No one ever died from an overdose of smoking marijuana. No one, unless it was laced with something, which is a different story. So, but that supposedly did something else, and then if he wanna emulate the gang thug mentality, then he deserves to get shot. Again, what? He deserves to get shot? I grew up in the south suburbs, okay? My area is far from being the hood, the ghetto, whatever you want to say. It had all types of people in there, whites, blacks, Asians, Mexicans. They dressed the same way with the baggy pants, not all of them, but they had the baggy pants and the extra large shirts and all that other stuff. And they weren't gang members, they weren't thugs, they weren't drug dealers, they weren't drug users. Just because a person dresses a certain way, which they may like, by the way, it does not automatically make them something. In the time in which Zimmerman shot him, he didn't know anything about Trayvon. He didn't know he was suspended for carrying a bag of empty marijuana. He didn't know that. He doesn't know. He didn't know anything about this kid except he was in the neighborhood and didn't recognize him, and he was shot. Not saying I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna assume. I believe that Zimmerman should have left the issue alone, went back to his car, called it a day. He did his part. He went off being a vigilante, and trying to go find this guy for whatever reason. I understand the neighborhood was broken into. I understand that. But if you think that this guy is some psycho, or whatever he called him on there, you're putting your own life in danger trying to save the neighborhood. Yeah, you'll be a hero, but you'll be dead. Maybe they'll commemorate you or something like that. But Zimmerman went beyond his duty, ended up killing an innocent life. And not innocent in saying that Trayvon was an angel, innocent in saying that Trayvon was innocent of what he was being accused of, which is the important issue here. And another major issue that, besides this whole racism aspect, that I have a problem with is his father saying that my son didn't do it, he told me he didn't do it. And then he disputes the girlfriend who was on the phone with Trayvon 5 minutes before he was killed. Where was she then? Trayvon's girlfriend said she offered to talk to the police when he was killed. She said she would talk to him. They told her no, that wasn't necessary. That's where she's been. The police told her no, so she walked away. Unlike you, when the police told you, you don't have to do that. You did it anyway. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, who is the judge, Zimmerman Sr., to say that what she has to say shouldn't be trusted? She's actually on record, if you look in the phone records, as to having spoken to him. Zimmerman was following him for a while. So she's in that time frame in which the stalking took place and when he was killed. You weren't anywhere near there. You only found out after the fact. She was there in the middle. So, yeah, but I'm not going to argue at length about if Zimmerman was racist, if he was this, if he was that. I believe at the end of the day, whether or not he was racist, he was wrong. Trayvon was innocent of the whatever he was being accused of. I believe that Zimmerman should go to jail. I'm not saying a lifetime sentence, but there are plenty of people who go to jail for crimes they didn't mean to commit. Meaning he murdered someone unintentionally, that wasn't his intention when he walked out that car, but that's what he did. Oh, and another thing about Zimmerman had the right to stand his ground. Zimmerman wouldn't have had to stand his ground if he didn't pursue Trayvon. Trayvon confronted Zimmerman because Zimmerman was following him. Additionally, Zimmerman's father said, oh, Trayvon said you're either going to die now or tonight. Again, I doubt that Trayvon said that, but I'm not going to say even if he did say that. Okay, I will say it. How would he have found him? He would have to stalk him and go to every single house in a neighborhood he does not know. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would Trayvon suddenly want to kill someone that was stalking him? Trayvon was standing his ground, because people like to say, oh no, Zimmerman had a right to kill him because Trayvon had fought him. Trayvon fought him because Zimmerman was following him at night while it was raining. I don't know. If I'm outside at night, which I usually am because I'm running in a hoodie, I kind of would run too if some guy was following me. Luckily, people in my neighborhood know who I am, but before they did, I was running at night with a hoodie, depending on the weather, since I live in Illinois. I don't know about you, but, oh, and one last thing, because I didn't mean for the video to be this long, but people say, but what about all those white people who are killed, and the media doesn't talk about that? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the majority of the cases that are featured in the media heavily are white people. You know about major kidnappings, major murders, major everything having to do with white people. Again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about that, but don't try to make it seem as if whites don't get featured for crime against them. They do. I don't know about maybe even racial crimes. And they brought up a crime where this girl was killed and her boyfriend was killed, tortured, mutilated, all that stuff, and it didn't really get covered in the media. I think it did, but I don't remember it. And this guy posted it. I was like, well, the reason it's outrage in the black community is because Zimmerman wasn't arrested. And these black people were. And then additionally, they'll say, what about the black on black crime? even in black on black crime, you usually don't have a suspect. And if you do, it cannot be proven because if it's a gang related thing and they vouch for one another. And then if they do have a suspect and it can be proven, he's in jail. That's the complete difference, is that the person is either in jail or they can't be put in jail because there's no evidence against them. Everyone knows the man did it. No one's disputing that. They're just trying to justify whether or not he did it. But if that was a black man in that situation, he would be in jail. It would be guilty and proven innocent. It wouldn't be innocent to proven guilty. And that's the difference there. People don't look at that. They don't. And they try to make an issue out of everything. You take out the racial component, it's still wrong when someone been dead. Even if it was in the best intentions, it's still wrong. And a lot of people say you don't shoot unless you're trying to kill. But the real question is, why is he carrying a gun? That's all I want to know.